Well, there's a lot of controversy over this new video game called 6 Days in Fallujah. Critics are calling the game, which is based on one of the deadliest battles in Iraq, too realistic. For a fair and balanced discussion, I'm joined by the game developer, Peter Tamte. Captain, also, I want to make sure I have your name right. Is it Reed? Your first name? Okay, Reed Alejandro. And he led a marine company in Fallujah and lost 13 men there. He's now an advisor on the game. And Tracy Miller, who's against the game because she lost her son in that battle. Good morning to all three of you.
Morning.
Morning. All right, Mr. Tamte, let me start with you, because a lot of people see these video games and such that basically, you know, have war involved in them, real life experiences that happened, and sometimes they get kind of a sad reaction to the fact that we would relive this. Why make it into a game?
Well, you know, about half or so, only half or so of the young adults that we've surveyed are familiar with the battle for Fallujah. And this is kind of remarkable, considering that many of the young men and women who participated in that battle are walking around amongst us today. And here we have one of the most historic battles in the history of the country, and most young adults aren't familiar with it. And so we think that by reaching out to that community through a video game, we can hopefully bring a lot more people into the understanding of what these Marines and soldiers did for their country in Iraq.
Captain, are you actually saying, because I know you advised on this project, I know you advised on it because you want to make sure that the details are correct, but are you actually going to say that this is a way to honor the men who died that day?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a way to honor the men that died that day. What I would say, it's a way to cherish their memory. And, you know, it's more of an honor for the people that fought there. You know, this is not a memorial game. What it is it's a interactive media format to actually educate the user and provide something for them to get just a fraction of an experience of what we did when we were there. Most of the Marines and soldiers that I talk with want to ensure that the public is aware and understands what's going on over in Iraq.
I got to get Tracy Miller in here because, Tracy, my condolences to you. You lost your son.
Very much.
You lost your son in this battle. I can never put myself in your position, but explain to me whether or not you think that this game is an honor to your son.
Well, you know, it's complicated. I don't. And I think that as long as it's a game, people who are playing it have some ability to control an outcome. And if they're doing that, then it's not going to be real. I think that if I were to see it and actually see my son being killed, it would be terrible. On the other hand, if this is a realistic game, I think all of us who have lost children want most for them to be remembered. And so if he's not included, then that would be bothersome also.
Peter, how do you respond to that? Because I'm interested in, I think I read somewhere in the notes that you've lost your funding to actually put this game out to the public. Is that true?
Yeah, no, that's true. We were partnered with one of the world's largest video game publishers, Konami, and they were helping us finance the development of the game. And due to the controversy and discussion about the game that's happened not just here but abroad as well, Konami pulled out of the project. And so now our challenge, of course, is to find a replacement who can help us fund the game to completion. About 2/3 of the game is actually completed at this point, so we only have about 1/3 left to go.
And I understand that some of the money was going to be donated.
Yeah, most certainly. Yeah, I mean, the whole project began because a number of Marines who fought in Fallujah came to us after the battle and started telling us these amazing stories of what happened there. And, you know, I'm fairly knowledgeable about military stuff, but I had not heard much of what they were telling me. And I thought if I didn't know this, it was an opportunity for more people to find out.
Yeah, obviously you knew, though, that you might get some blowback on it because some people lost their children in that battle. Peter Tamte, Captain Alejandro, and Tracy Miller, I'm unfortunately out of time this morning, but this is a very interesting topic to debate this morning. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you.